Hello, welcome back to Mental Health, regular mental health advice for everyday life. So you caught me trying to make some bread. It's actually got cheaper now, at least in the UK, to at least no more expensive, to make bread rather than buy bread. And at least the bread you make isn't like totally disgusting. This stuff's been resting for a bit. I'm just prepping it for its second proving, I think that's what it's called. Anyway, so I wanted to carry on this series on depression, just talking a little bit about eating. Depression just seems to play hob with diet, so it depends which bit you're at. So starting off, if you just it's robbed you of all appetite, then probably the best thing to do is not worry too much at that point about eating healthy. Just like eat something, like just eat anything. Just like re-engage your appetite in any way that you can. So yeah, like this is the time to eat something, something a bit unhealthy maybe, but don't stay there. Like try and get it booted up. It's really hard, I think, if you're living with other people. Like I'm in a family, and that makes it easier because there's like regular meal times and stuff like that. But when I used to live on my own on the boat, and I was like struggling with mood, it became a lot harder. To like motivate around meal times. So try and have some kind of like routine around that that's going to help you just to motivate and be like, okay, this is the time I'm going to try and eat something, and then I'm going to sit down and watch whatever it is, or whatever your routine is. If you've got to that point where you've got some sort of appetite going on, that's good, well done. Then you can start like helping your body a little bit. Obviously, we're living in a generation where we've got more dietary advice than any other generation that's ever lived in the whole history of the earth. And yet, it doesn't seem to be really helping us that much, maybe. People, will know what they should be doing and aren't following it. But so I'm a big fan of small, but that was a big bang, wasn't it? That was actually the oven. It wasn't like a nuclear war or anything. So I'm a big fan of really small but consistent changes. So like the best thing you can probably do if you've started to wean back your diet is just start with breakfast. Breakfast is probably, I know it's a cliche, but probably one of the most important meals of the day. You've been fasting for 8 hours, maybe you have or you haven't because you're not sleeping well. If you're not sleeping well, don't get up in the middle of the night and like make yourself a snack baggins, because your body will happily wake you up at 3 in the morning every morning, or keep you awake if it knows that it's going to get French toast. So try and avoid that impulse or that temptation. But yeah, do try and get yourself some breakfast. It doesn't have to be super healthy. Just get yourself into the habit of having something. Maybe reward yourself. When you're depressed, when you're fighting with depression, those moments of pleasure can be really fleeting, like really fleeting. So if having some bacon and eggs or something, if that if that blesses you and gives you a few moments pleasure, then unless you've got a heart problem or something like that you're fighting through, then have at it. Don't let me yuck your yum, because that might be the only nice thing you've got going on. And it's winning against depression is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And so then try and get once you've got that initial appetite going on and you fired it up, you've got it re-going, make sure you get some breakfast. And then once you've got that going on, think about, right, how can I continue this? How can I just introduce one extra thing? Because let's face it, guys, man, appetite is a real difficult one. And if you're living on your own and you're struggling to find those reasons to eat, you know, try and introduce just seeing someone like once a day or once a week, and make that an eating thing. Anyway, I hope that blesses you. We'll continue on this series, just giving little tips for beating depression. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment, and if you want me to pray for you around whatever you're going through, do drop a note in the comments, and I'll try and do that. In the meantime, just remember there is a God in heaven who loves you, and your life is of incredible value to him. So I'll see you in the next one.